Hi everyone, this is Natasha and this is Friday Funbits. So I'm tackling another project that I have had in mind and on the horizon, and I'm going to finish it in today's Friday Funbits video. So if you want to participate along, I will show you what you will need. So I have a, these are the most recent 4 Twine spools that I received, that I ordered, and I keep them in a plastic lidded container, so they're not always in front of me. So when I'm working on a project, I don't necessarily recall specifically which designs or patterns or colors I have on hand. So I decided to make myself some little samples and keep them all together, so when I'm working on a project, I can audition which one I would like to use, or at least have them in my eyesight so I remember that I do have this particular product, and if I want to incorporate it into a project. So I'm going to be using this memory box die, and it comes with a 2. It came attached and I just snipped it out. So this is a larger spool and a smaller spool. Initially I was going to use a smaller spool, but quite honestly that is just way too small, so I used the larger one, and then I cut it out of craft paper and I double glued it, so there's 2 glued together, and then I punched a hole, and I'll show you. I have a stash of hole punches that I tried out. So that's the largest one, which is 1/4 inch, smallest one, which is an 1/8. I needed one in between, and that happened to be this particular one, and I think, let's see, I think it's McGill. It's a McGill, oh, there you go, McGill punch. We Are Memory Keepers, it's kind of like, what's that? Fairy tale. One was too big, one was too small, but the McGill was just right. So I punched that at the top of each of the little spools. That way I can lace them up and use them. So what I'm going to do is show you one from start to finish. I'm going to grab my plastic container so I can put these away, since I have already created the samples, and I'll pop the camera on a tripod so I can show you from start to finish from the cut. So you'll need some paper, a shape that you like. You don't have to use this particular one. I just thought it was kind of cute. You can use like a little mason jar, or you could just freehand cut little strips. This is about 2 1/4 by, or 2 1/8 by 3, or just about. And then just so you have a little bit of a lip on either side, and you can spool them on. But I thought this was a really cute design, so when I got this die almost specifically for this reason. So I'll be right back with my camera on the tripod, and I'll show you from start to finish kind of how I spooled these on to keep them all tucked away. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my camera all set up. I pulled out the rest of my twines, and these are the ones that are already open. And I'm just going to give you one quick little hint or a tip. So this one has never been opened, so it's secretly woven in somewhere. The easiest way to start off one of these is to go to either end, and then see one of the rows pops up a little bit. All I do is pull it over the edge, and you just need one, and then start unwinding, and you'll eventually get the start. So that was easy. So let's do the pink one. So I have, these are the ones that I have already double glued up and hole punched, and I punch through 2 at a time so that they line up when I go to glue them. And I was just using my Zig 2-way to add a peripheral line of glue. Just make sure you don't go over the edges, because you don't want, because this glue is permanent while it's colored, and temporary while once it changes to transparent. So you don't want to have sticky edges, so I just go kind of along the edge and then put one on top of the other, so that helps that the hole punch is done on 2. So I have a whole bunch of them all ready for me. I think I have 13 to do. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 more, and I already have 4 made. I think I have plenty here, so let me just show you one, and then I'll show you all of them combined and how I'm going to store them. So I start off with the one that has the side that has the hole in my left hand, only because it's easier for me to wrap this way, and I take the end and put it in the back and then start rolling this way. And I do it pretty loosely because I'm going to then bunch it up, so just squeeze it over, kind of push it over with my nails, because I just want one layer. I don't need a lot, because it's just serving as a sample. Although if you have little pieces, like, you know, a couple of yards, this would be a nice way to store them as well, not just as to keep samples on hand. So I'm just going to scoot that over again with my nails until I essentially fill up the hole like that. And I'm going to trim that. Pair of sharp scissors. Let me zoom in for this part so you could see what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to take my pokey tool, but instead of using the sharp pointy edge, I'm going to use this flat spatula edge, and I'm going to tuck in each of the loose ends at the top and at the bottom at the top, and tuck them in. This way there's nothing really sticky, and they stay pretty tight. So there's another one. So once I have them all done, and I have holes through the top of them, I can string them through, maybe a piece of raffia or something that will allow me to kind of flip through them. But because the hole is smaller than a binder ring would fit through, actually if you have one of those, I think it's 7 Gypsies, those flexible binder rings, this would be the perfect to keep them on that. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna probably find a piece of string, or maybe I'll make one of my own out of thicker wire to keep them all on hand. So I'll be back in a few once I have them all completed, and I'll show you what it looks like all done. So now that I have provided or have samples of each one of these twines, I can safely put them away. As you can see, some are really, I have just a fraction left of the original spools, but these are the newest ones that I just got. The silver, which is on this really lovely kind of crafty color twine, yellow, green, and white, blue, green, and white, and the light pink, dark pink, and white. So I can store them away because our household has pets. I try to keep animal hair out of my craft supplies as much as possible. So let me show you what the completed samples look like. There they are. So I'm just going to lace them up, but for now I think I might keep them in one of these little tins. And this is from a Quick Cuts, which then became Lifestyle Crafts, which is now part of We Are Memory Keepers company. It's a little drawer unit, and I'll keep them in there for now, and I'll label the front of it that that's where my twine samples are. Excuse me, and since I cut so many of these, they're not going to go to waste. I'm actually going to grab my floss bag, which are just right now in a Ziploc bag, and I will wind the entire content of each one around those and probably stash it away in another one of these empty little tins, because it's a nice depth. They'll stand up. See, they'll stand up perfectly this way. So there you go. There's my Friday Fun Bits complete project for today. If you have anything that you'd like to see in a future Friday Fun Bits, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to accommodate if I can. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And feel free to share with friends on social media if you found this interesting. If you have not already subscribed, there's a button right there. Click it and then you will never miss another video. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Friday.